I think we can. Let's talk about
Yeah,
them.
let's.
They start with
I
the
like the
Seagulls.
Bulldogs.
The Sea Eagles.
They start
We
with
spoke about the Sea Eagles already.
I
Oh,
said they
so-
start with the fucking.
It's just usually you make so many mistakes when reading these things out. We
Do
just
I?
we just
You're a
assume that
fucking
you
host?
we
Go
just
on, you
we
go.
just
No,
assumed
take it
you
away.
made another one. Well,
I should do this.
we got the Bulldogs up next, and I would read out their
Up
draw,
against
but it's
the
in
Sea
front
Eagles
of
in
this
round
bloke.
one.
Yeah,
because someone else has
the
done the work of getting the. Yeah, go.
The Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs will be taking on the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles in round 1, the team that they versed in round 25, 2022. So technically, for these two
watch out.
teams, they will be playing back-to-back games against each other. Daggy, I'll let you take it away. Try not to screw it up.
Anything else?
I think
I
we
said
should.
take it away.
Nah.
Go.
So-
Hey,
they got
JB, can we fact check that?
Where's my vodka? Oh,
It's in the fridge.
should be great. Oh, it's in there.
Yeah.
Why isn't it up top?
He's doing a good job at reading out the...
Absolutely.
Fuck.
No,
Anyway.
it's next to the scotch. It's
Oh,
in
you
the
do. Oh, shit.
Get
Okay.
in there.
They got the Storm
That's it.
second round, Tigers third round, Warriors, Cowboys, Bunnies, Eels, Sharks to start the competition.
A little bit tough.
That's tricky. Look, shut up, Siri. They it is. Sorry, I shouldn't pop that back. Anyone else want to go here?
We've got Warriors twice, Canberra twice.
Shut up, Siri.
The Sharks, Knights, Sea Eagles.
All right. Yeah, no,
Parramatta,
we don't need
Rabbits
we don't
and
need the whole
Titans.
draw. It's okay. They
No,
play.
it's who
Oh,
they
you
played
twice.
twice.
Well done. Oh, you did
Stop
that.
it. Stop embarrassing
Yeah, I
him.
did this.
Good job.
He's humiliated now.
I did like 6
job,
hours
Barney.
of notes. Of course I did this.
Give us your 17 then while you're doing that, and I'm going to see if I can.
Oh, it's a,
So the
Well-
the mail is that Hayes Perham's going to
yeah, I know,
start
because
fullback.
I was just about to say, I was going to do an
Train
Oliver and
his ass
say
off.
Avarillo should be playing fullback
I agree.
because that's where they had him all last year. But apparently the coaches come out and said Hayes Perham's going to be playing
Mm-hmm.
fullback. So if Hayes Perham's playing fullback, that means Josh Addo-Carr and probably Braden Burns are playing on the wing. And that would leave Carraz and Avarillo in the centres.
It would.
Would it?
Unless you want to chuck
Or Alamonte.
Alamonte or even the steroid muncher.
He's not.
Say
He's
alleged.
signed for 2024.
Yeah, no,
He's not
no,
there.
it wasn't a legend.
He's
No, he
still
got
banned.
banned.
He's still banned. He's still banned. He's not a. He's not a Bulldogs player yet. It's next year, buddy.
Keep
You're a
going.
year
Burton
ahead.
and
You're too
Flanagan-
excited. Stop
Burton
being so
and Flanagan
excited.
in the halves. I've got Max King and Thompson in the front row
Barney's
as starters.
come up and about now. Look at him.
I think you should
12
both hit
scotches.
like you're on the upper echelon now.
Yeah.
And I
Reid
like it.
Mahoney at hooker. Kikau. I've got Raymond Fatala Mariner in at 12 and Sutton in at 13. Bailey Biondo as the 14 and the utility player. Topine in at 15. Tavita Pangai Jr. in 16 and Davey in 17.
I should have done this first, but Corey Allen's gone. Matt Dury's gone. Dufty, Hetherington, Jackson retired. Marshall King, Naden, Shoop, Sia Mungafinai, Joe Stimson, Paul Vaughan, Brendan Wakeham have all left. They've picked up New Brown from the Tigers. Nice signing. Brandon Clark, Andrew Davey, Samuel Hughes, Kikau, Mahoney, Olapau signed today from Brisbane, the gun up there that has vowed to never play for the Broncos. Franklin Pele, Hayes Perham, Jacob Preston, Ryan Sutton from Canberra.
If you go back and do a bit of reading,
Yeah,
he's probably pretty correct.
He
Never
There's-
playing for the
There's
Broncos.
issues at the fucking
he alleged as well. Him and his manager, who I believe is Matt Adamson,
Yep.
made some allegations that apparently there were certain terms in his contract that the Broncos signed that they
pretty
did not
fucking
that they adhere to. Apparently multiple. So I hear Hook Griffin's doing two jobs. He's coaching the Dragons. He's recruitment manager, junior development at the Broncos. So
Couple of notable admissions from Martin and Brown. Ockenbaugh, probably not notable. Chris
Potato.
Potato.
Probably not. Pele.
So who was your bench? Go again.
I had Topine, Tavita Pangai Jr.,
Yeah.
Davey, and Biondi Odo as the utility.
New Brown pushes at 17, I think, but yeah, I'm fine with that. That's fine.
Biondi Odo can play 6, 7 centres.
Yep.
I don't think
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Brown can do that.
No, hooker.
He can play 9 and 6.
He's more of a
and
bench
that's
utility.
about it.
He's
But-
probably a better player than Andrew Davey, actually.
Well, I think Brown as well.
Yeah, but if you once you got one utility, you're not playing a
Oh, yeah.
second.
Who cares? So,
You're just jealous that he left the Tigers. Oh, look at him. He was going to win him a
so
comp.
apparently,
They kept Simpkins and they let go
Actually,
of
that's a good point.
Mahoney.
Well, yeah. Well, the past is the past.
You done?
We look to the future.
all right. So,
You done yet? Right, where we going?
well, first of all, can I just start by saying
Yes.
these
Oh.
fuck knuckle Penrith fans that are now against
change the Bulldogs logo.
Like, fuck off. Have you
Canterbury
seen
Bankstown
how? But have you
Panthers.
seen how?
It's got a good ring to it. I like it.
Oh, have you seen how the salary cap competition works? This is what happens.
The same thing happened with the Sharks or the Penrith Tiger Sharks.
Yeah, I remember Penrith.
We bought 3 Tigers. We bought 3 Panthers.
It-
It's a
Technically,
Penrith Tiger
technically, the
Sharks.
Tigers bought more Penrith players this year than the Bulldogs.
It's
but
almost as if Penrith have a really good
suppose
junior
so.
development system and can't keep all the players
Oh,
or something, and they have to
exactly.
go elsewhere. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
so. And they've all come through. They've played together. Connections. Serraldo's there now. I just did mention Serraldo's a coach. He's got raps. It's his first time in. Can you see him being as successful as
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Peyton? Is this the year for Canterbury? Or
No, I think they missed it. I think they just missed.
Surely
I
they're not-
agree. I think
just missed
just.
the 8.
I think there is it is within the realm of possibility that they sneak in there as a surprise team to make the 8, but currently as well I'm tipping them just to miss out. They're in that periphery though.
Big year for the props.
They need 2 X Factor players.
Luke
They need
Thompson, I think
a forward
Luke Thompson's
ex-player.
no good thing to start the season there
an
because I think they're
X-Factor.
trying to get rid of him because he's on 900 or whatever he's on.
Well, it's weird
stupid.
because when it depends. If
Um,
he plays as an out-and-out prop, I don't think he's had a bad game. But when they start changing him around and
He'll play
stuff
prop
like
now.
that,
They've
got
yes,
prop
he
now.
I think he has to, and that's his best.
for
So
Tyler
Kikau,
Mariner.
so they've got
Kikau.
They've got Luke Thompson should at his best is an X Factor player, but they've now got Kikau and TPJ who won a comp for Penrith as a back row
For
combination.
Tyler Mariner, they've got Topine, they've got Davey, they've got Pele, they've got Waddell, they've got plenty of blokes that can fill.
X Factor there. Burton's signed long term. Fox is red hot. Hasn't moved to fullback, so obviously that was never really happening. And could well captain the side because he's been great.
Hayes Perham is somebody that
Going to get to that,
could-
yeah.
could
So
be anything.
where's that? So what's the thinking there?
Oh well, he's got a lot more skill factor than Avarillo.
Yeah.
Like realistically, and Avarillo probably 12 months down the track, honestly, probably isn't in this team. Like we asked ourselves questions for the last year and a half,
Where
2
does
he
years.
play?
What is he? Where is he? How does
Yeah.
he play? He's a backup 6. He's a backup center. He's a backup fullback.
Could you see him maybe?
And now they've got, Hayes Perham.
Is it time to just embrace the
Looks like
14?
I was going to. Well, could he
beat Dylan
eventually?
Walker.
Is it not out of the
Well,
side,
just
but
to
in
stay
that role?
in the team,
Yeah,
alone,
that
yeah.
Well,
could-
he'd be in front of Bailey Biondi-Odo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
realistically. So he would have that 14 position.
Yeah.
But they've gone out of their way to make sure that, like, I thought Perham was an out-and-out winger, but if you do look at him, he's got a hell of a lot of talent. He's got speed, he's got size, and could realistically be a very good fullback. So if that's where they're going to go, and you got Josh Addo-Carr, you'd probably end up putting Burns on the wing, or no, Alamotti on the wing, and then Burns and Kiraz in the centres. So Avarillo now doesn't have a spot. He probably does
I
go
think
to 14, and then
Yeah. Alamotti.
Biondi-Odo goes out.
Alamotti's a centre. You'd think you can work with Carraz and Alamotti on an edge more than flipping it the other way. Anyway. Yeah.
Oh, we'll put Burns on the Burns.
Yeah.
Burns.
Yeah, Burns
Burns
and
is
Josh
a
Addo-Carr
decent defensive
and the
centre too,
wings,
Braden Burns.
and then you've got Alamotti and Kiraz in the centres. Burton, Flanagan. Flanagan's a worry. Like,
So this is the next thing. So there's 2 absolute clutch halfbacks under pressure here. There's one of them. We've already talked about the other one. What does the future hold for Cole Flanagan?
he's got a very good kicking game, but he realistically is going to be the halfback for the team that is at best probably 5th from the bottom, like the team that runs 12th or 11th every year. And that's...
Is that what you're saying that these teams are?
No, I think this team's going to finish slightly above it because...
But if he was
of
to leave,
the-
if he
the
was to
team
leave
that
the Bulldogs, he
is
could
around
He's
him,
going to
end
the.
up at one of those.
He's probably going to the
but
Dolphins.
no, he's
Yeah.
getting moved on next year. Like they are
They don't
going
win.
out of their way to... They're going to finish probably 9th or 10th this year.
And they'll
then
blame him.
They will move him on
They'll say,
and
"Thanks,
bring
Scott," yeah.
somebody in to play his position
Yep.
the year after.
Yep.
Like, he is not going to get a team in, like, maybe get a team into the top
Well,
8 if there's
particularly
other shit
given
going on
they
around him. But,
Somehow, supposedly, potentially have Mitch Moses up
well,
their
like,
sleeves.
look at him. He is what? He's probably the 9th or 10th best halfback. So he's probably going to lead a team to
Yeah.
9th or 10th in the competition.
I thought 10th
like-
is high.
Like, half
that's
back,
at his
not half,
best.
but half
That's
back.
at his
Yeah.
best.
There aren't many these days.
And then you have
like-
to put everybody else around him and all the rest of it. So,
I can't imagine him being in long-term plans. No.
no, definitely
Neither
not.
is Luke
He's like
Thompson.
12 months, 2 years at the absolute max.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets moved on before the end of the year, and they might even put Averillo in there to play 6 and push fucking Burton to 7. But
who knows? Yeah. Might not be the best choice, but who knows? Yeah.
All right, so Matt Burton, breakout year, was the lower ranked Nico Hines of last year, I guess.
no,
Became
absolutely.
his own star. Had the combination with Fox.
He's
which
never
was
really
tremendous.
controlled.
But not a controlling
It
half.
was a
He's got
kicking. He's a kicking.
so
and running
actually
player.
we had these moments throughout last year that yes, he's fast. Could have stayed at Penrith and been the best
He'd
setter in the
probably be
game.
a brilliant 13.
Probably better center, but he's very, very one-dimensional. How many games last year where they'd get to the last and go, I'm just going to kick it as high as I can. It'll come down somewhere and then
Yeah,
we'll
but
work it out.
imagine him behind.
If you had Andrew Johns,
No,
pretty good,
but even like fucking like look at the
Jackson
team.
Hastings?
Who do you think's going to run 8th or 9th this year? Look at him behind Whiten and Fogarty at Canberra Raiders, playing 13.
well,
I'd play him
at 6 and then White at 13. Yeah.
But even like leaving them two there,
Yeah.
and
I know what you're
put
saying.
him at 13 and let him inject himself on either side of the field,
Yeah.
run,
I'll put him at centre.
pass when he wants, and then when the kicking game gets under pressure, they give it back to this bloke who
And
kicks the fucking
and
thing
boots it
50
80
metres in the
yeah.
air and it swings around in circles.
Yeah. But what does I don't feel
He's not
he's
controlling.
a fantastic
half.
player. I don't
Yeah.
feel like he's not Brad Fittler. I don't feel like he is a
He needs
he's a
an
match
Andrew-
winning 5'8", but
he
he's
needs
not
an
a
Andrew
great.
Johns.
Yeah,
He
he's
needs
not
a
a
Cleary.
great.
He needs a Jerome Hughes. Jerome Hughes
would be
would
great.
be his
Yeah.
best fucking thing that he
Fogarty.
could ever have.
Tell your point.
Even Fogarty.
He
Yeah.
needs one of the only 6 halfbacks that are alive and
Well,
playing
and isn't
today
at the
to be
tail
in
of
his
the tape
side.
for-
He needs
every-
someone
so-
to put him in positions on the field where
Yeah.
he can do his best work, which is either attack the line with support on the inside and outside, or just put a
So
fucking
do
big ass
people
bomb
work?
up.
Do people work that out this year, or
They won't get at him.
they're very good at protecting him, aren't they?
Yeah, they are going to
We
protect
especially
him.
yeah,
And this forward
Kikau
pack.
being
Let's
there
talk
as
about this
well.
forward pack.
This
So
forward pack. will-
Max King, they should back him
Yeah,
at
Yep.
prop.
absolutely, they should.
Fatala Marinez come back off a long-term injury. Got the webs out last year, full preseason, fantastic.
Sutton's a big
Kick
kicker.
out in, Satin in, and you have TPJ coming off the bench and hopefully busting blokes.
I know Gump potted him maybe towards the start of last year, but I feel like Corey Waddell's come quite good and probably deserves a spot at least on the bench there for the Bulldogs. I think he
Probably
had a really
in front
good,
of Davey.
a good back end to the season
Yeah.
last year, Corey Waddell.
So
But Sutton and Kikau, like they're both going to be. You're going to have Kikau on his left side and Sutton on his inside. Like you're not
Yeah.
going to run defense at him all night because you're going to have Kikau
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
in and
yeah.
Sutton coming in from the other side. So he's not going to get wasted in defense.
Yep.
And then when you're running the ball, you can't team up on him because you've got Sutton on his inside and Kikau on his outside. He could just short ball, grubber, fucking like. There's so many opportunities for him to play in a dinner suit.
Yeah.
Like if Burton plays this right, he could do the DCE and just play in a dinner suit for the entire fucking year and basically not get it.
yeah, but you need to have him taken along. You can't have two halves playing in dinner suit.
No,
Yeah,
of
if
course
someone
there
take
will be
line.
times when he has to do that.
Yeah.
But you know,
Interesting. Yeah. Right, we've talked at length about Appy, about the hooker changes this year. Reed Mahoney, what's he bring?
He's not a horrible player, is he?
He's
He's
alright.
quite good. Possibly even an improvement on Marshall King, who was quite good. So
What was the Dogs' biggest problem last year?
I don't think Marshall King was one
No,
of
but
them.
they got run over through the middle.
Oh yeah, adding he's
the
the best.
defence
He's
out
he's
of
the
Defence
best.
in the middle of
He's
the
the
field.
best defensive hooker in the game. Yeah, no, I think I'm happy saying that.
And you're going to have Kikau, Sutton,
Clean service, as we like to say.
Tavita Pangai Jr., Thompson, Topine in the middle of the field. Like, their middle defence will be
Fantastic.
extremely better than what it was.
I can't see them getting towed up at all.
Max King, Max King was making 40 tackles every week.
Yep.
Plus 20 hit-ups. Like,
I think as well, talking about Burton, if he does happen to get into a rut or he's being targeted a bit, Mahoney has the ability to sort of maybe go out of
Take
dummy
the
half a
pressure
bit,
off.
take the Ducks out of dummy half and maybe divert that attention more towards him and then
it's good.
play it out to Burton and give him some more open field
Go,
play.
Matty, I'm going to take 2 hits here.
Yeah.
I'm going to I'll run, I'll get hit, I'll give it to
okay,
the prop,
yeah.
and then I'll go again, and then...
Or even just during a game, early on in a game, okay, the defence is getting to Burton a bit early here or there, just a couple of Ducks out of dummy half, and it just makes the defence
play the
guess a little
forwards
bit.
back on the
And
inside. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think
really
the
good job
Bulldogs-
with really good job as well with building a workhorse back five. Alamote, big body, still growing into his body, but a big body under 19 level, I suppose, which we've seen him. But talented football. I've heard Gum's told us for years that he's the next big thing. Carraz works his ass off, and Fox best winger in the game.
He's got a bit of superstar about him too.
So,
Heroes.
Yeah, and Fox is the best winger in the game.
Hayes Perham.
And Hayes Perham is, as you've spoke, the X factor. So there's a bit of work to be done that they've worked out through. Big year for Flanagan. Big year for Luke Thompson, who probably needs a job. But I can't say him.
A worry.
I can't
Thompson
see him.
For me is a worry.
I can't see him. To be honest, I can't see him finish the season there. And Kyle Flanagan will know sooner rather than later about Mitch Moses, I guess.
I think I might know a club that could use Luke Thompson if he's playing well at
There's
prop.
lots of clubs that could.
Yeah, but I know one in particular.
Getting back to his.
Who could also use Mitchell Moses and Ben Hunt and any good player.
Yeah,
but
Luke
anyway.
Thompson, Bailey Biondioto they're the two blokes under the most pressure in that team. I would imagine because you got blokes that are
ready to take
their
position.
spots,
and more coming.
Probably even Sutton. Like he was hit and miss at Canberra last year, and there's why wouldn't you put TPJ? Like wouldn't you put Pavanga Jr. into lock or
you'd play you'd play TPJ anywhere in that forward pack.
Yeah.
Big year for Avarillo because Crichton's coming. You've got the big shadow of Crichton
of
coming,
course,
who is
Like he
coming to
doesn't
play
even have a
fullback.
spot at the moment.
So you have to prove yourself. You need a job somewhere. Dolphins are calling. Final word. What are we saying?
I'm saying just missing the 8, but there is a chance they could make it.
Now, I wanted to do everything I could to put this team into 8th, and I'm still tossing it up, to be honest. But when you're playing Canberra, Cronulla, Parramatta, and the Rabbits twice, you're probably not winning most of those games.
It's funny. The draw comes into play with those 7, 8, 9s because you need a soft. You'd love to play Dragons twice and Warriors twice, and cool. There's 8 points.
I'll put it straight out there. I've got the Raiders in 8th and the Dogs in 9th, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Dogs finished 8th and the Raiders finished 9th.
Yeah, fair. I think the same. I think they're knocking a door. I think next year we'll see where it's going. They'll find a half. They'll sort out their forward rotation a bit better. And
it only takes 2 or 3 years if you've got a promising kid coming through.
Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 games. You know what I mean?
3 months.
Yeah. Nothing else?
No, as I said, they'll just miss the 8, but could make it.